Hello students, welcome to Breedmark Academy. Myself LS Nanda. Now in today's video, I am going to discuss the solution of a mathematics question that was asked in one of the shifts of JEE Main 2025 April session exam. This question is based on the topic of inverse trigonometric functions. It says the value of cot inverse of square root of 1 plus tan square 2 minus 1 whole divided upon tan 2 minus cot inverse of square root of 1 plus tan square 1 upon 2 plus 1 whole divided upon tan of 1 upon 2 is equal to. Now students, first of all, in this question, we have to apply the identity 1 plus tan square theta equal to secant square theta. So when we use this identity, then 1 plus tan square 2 becomes secant square 2 and 1 plus tan square 1 upon 2 becomes secant square 1 upon 2. So now the given expression becomes cot inverse of square root of secant square 2 then minus 1 whole divided upon tan 2. Then we have minus cot inverse of square root of secant square 1 upon 2 then plus 1 whole divided upon tan of 1 upon 2. Now students, we know that square root of x square is equal to mod of x, right? That means square root of x square is equal to x when x is greater than or equal to 0, and square root of x square is equal to minus x when x is less than 0. So now we will use this concept over here. So now it can be written as cot inverse of, now square root of secant square 2 becomes mod of secant 2, then minus 1 whole divided upon tan 2 minus cot inverse of square root of secant square 1 upon 2 becomes mod of secant 1 upon 2, then plus 1 whole divided upon tan of 1 upon 2 bracket closed. Now students, we move further. Now students, we know that 2 is greater than pi by 2 and less than pi. So that means angle 2 lies in the second quadrant, whereas 1 upon 2 is greater than 0 but less than pi by 2. So that means angle 1 upon 2 lies in the first quadrant. Now students, we also know that secant theta is negative when theta lies in the second quadrant, and secant theta is positive when theta lies in the first quadrant. So that means mod of secant 2 is equal to minus secant 2 and mod of secant 1 upon 2 is equal to secant 1 upon 2. So now the expression becomes cot inverse of minus secant 2 minus 1 whole divided upon tan 2 minus cot inverse of secant 1 upon 2 plus 1 whole divided upon tan of 1 upon 2. Now students, we know that tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta and secant theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta. So now just rewrite these expressions inside the brackets in terms of sin theta and cos theta and simplify these expressions. So after simplification, you will get cot inverse of minus 1 minus cos 2 whole divided upon sine 2 minus cot inverse of 1 plus cos 1 upon 2 whole divided upon sine of 1 upon 2. Now students, we know that 1 plus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta. Right? So that means 1 plus cos 2 can be written as 2 cos square 1. And similarly, 1 plus cos 1 upon 2 can be written as 2 cos square 1 upon 4. And similarly, we can write sine 2 as 2 into sine 1 cos 1 and sine 1 upon 2 as 2 into sine 1 upon 4 into cos 1 upon 4, because we know that sine 2 theta is equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. So now you have to use these two formulae. So now the expression becomes cot inverse of minus 2 cos square 1 whole divided upon 2 sine 1 cos 1 minus cot inverse of 2 cos square 1 upon 4 whole divided upon 2 into sine of 1 upon 4 into cos of 1 upon 4. Now students, clearly you can see this thing that cos 1 and cos 1 will cancel in the first bracket and cos 1 upon 4 and cos 1 upon 4 will cancel in the second bracket. And this 2 goes away with this 2 and this 2 also goes away with this 2. Now we move further. Now students, the expression becomes cot inverse of minus cot 1 minus cot inverse of cot 1 upon 4. Now we know that cot inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cot inverse x. So the expression becomes equal to pi minus cot inverse of cot 1 minus cot inverse of cot 1 upon 4. Now students, we know that cot inverse of cot x is equal to x when x belongs to open interval 0 to pi. Now since 1 upon 4 and 1, both of them lie in the open interval 0 to pi, so that means this expression becomes equal to pi minus 1 minus 1 upon 4, and this is finally pi minus 5 upon 4. So that means option A is the correct one. Now students, next question I will post in tomorrow's video. Till then, goodbye. Keep watching my videos and enhance your knowledge of mathematics. Thanks.